Gary. Adam from High Desert Hollow here. We are getting ready to start the barn project. So for this vlog update, we're just going to have you follow along. We're not going to do a lot of talking or anything. I've got my good friend Gary with me today. And we're stretching cables on the inside of the barn. I talked about it last fall when I had the plates made. We're finally getting around to it. So we're going to be drilling some holes through some stone and putting some big eye bolts in and stretching some cable. So follow along. We'll probably just do a bunch of video clips and some time-lapse stuff. So hope you enjoy it. All right, so for this project, I needed some big long eye bolts to go through that stone wall of the barn. So what I did is I bought some all thread. They were 10-foot pieces. I cut them in half. So I've got 5-foot chunk with a coupler nut and then just a spacer nut here with a standard eye bolt, 3/4 eye bolt that we put together to make that eye bolt, the overall long eye bolt. And what we'll do is we'll have a washer and a nut on this end. The other part I've got is this metal plate, and I'm going to grab it and I'll show it to you here now. All right, so this is the plate that's actually going on the outside of the barn. It is 24 inches by 24 inches. There's a 3/4 hole cut in the middle, and that's just designed so that way it'll distribute the weight across that stone wall, and that way we're not pulling on one small point, we're spreading it out. That way also too, it'll actually cover up if we hit a crack or we got a couple small rocks instead of in the middle of one big one. So we're using that, the eye bolts, and then just standard 1/2-inch aircraft cable in the middle with the cable clamps. So follow along, we'll get this going. so that's it. We are complete with getting the cables in. As you can see, I've got one of the plates here behind me. Everything went really well. I wasn't planning on even trying to move the opposite wall that's got the crack in it and it's kind of fallen away, and it actually stood back up a little bit for me. So that went really well. Got all 4 cables in. They're stretched across. Everything's tight. We're going to leave it now for the next couple of weeks, kind of let it settle in, and just watching how tight those cables are, and if they start to loosen up at all, we'll snug them up a little bit. Part of the system and the way I designed it was that way I could just tighten these bolts up on the outside, and that all thread would just pull things tighter on the inside, so we don't have to worry about resetting cables or anything like that. So just trying to save this barn. It's right about 130 years old from our best guess. Would sure like it to be around for another 130. It is one of the key structures on our property. Going to try to bring it back to full working order, but this is the first step. So yeah, so that's this, I guess, it for the update for here. We'll move on to another project for the next video and go from there. In the meanwhile, we're just here trying to live a more self-reliant lifestyle and promote modern homesteading. This is Adam with High Desert Hollow, signing out.